All right, today we're checking into a place where, let's just say the checkout process is a little permanent. We are going to unpack the seriously haunted history of Motel Melati and figure out what makes this terrifying place tick. This is just a bad dream. That's what a mother whispers to herself, desperately trying to deny the horror that's happening right in front of her. But the thing is, at Motel Melati, nightmares are kind of the main event. So, how does a nightmare like this even begin? Well, like a lot of scary stories, it all starts with a family who, really, are just looking for a place to sleep for the night. They have no idea what they're about to walk into. So first, we meet this family. They're on their way home from a funeral, and the mother is just carrying this immense weight. See, she put her own mom in a nursing home, and she just can't shake this awful feeling that she abandoned her right at the end. That guilt, that's a vulnerability. And this motel, well, it's about to pounce on it. The moment they check in, the motel's owner, a woman named Melati, hands their little boy, Gamey, this creepy old doll. The parents probably think it's a weird but, harmless gesture. But for Gamey, it's something else. He later tells his mom the doll's been talking to him. And that's the first real red flag that something is very, very wrong here. And this is where the motel shows its true colors. That night, all of the mother's guilt comes to life. The spirit of her own mother, the one who just passed away, possesses her son, Gamey. It uses his little body to scream at her, accusing her of leaving her to die all alone. Her deepest, darkest fear is literally standing right in front of her, and it's holding a knife. I mean, after seeing that, you have to ask, right? What kind of place does this? How can a building tap into your most painful emotions and turn them into a weapon against you? Well, to get that answer, we've got to go back, way back, over 100 years. The entire curse of this motel is tied directly to its namesake, Melati. Her story is the motel's story, and it all started with a desperate choice made a long, long time ago. So here's how one single desperate act led to a century of horror. It kicks off in 1887. Melati's mother is pregnant, but she's been abandoned. With nowhere else to turn, she makes a deal with a witch. She gets her wish, but of course there's a price. Her unborn baby, Melati, is cursed. As soon as Melati is born, that curse kicks in, making her mother sick with this bizarre supernatural illness. And that sickness, it gets the attention of the local witch hunters, who decide she's a witch and, well, they kill her. So who are these guys? The masked men were basically the village witch hunting squad. Their whole deal was to track down and get rid of anything they thought was supernatural evil. To them, Melati's mother wasn't just sick, she was a threat that had to be put down. Okay, so the mother is gone, but the curse? Oh, it is very much still around. And it's about to get a whole lot worse thanks to a new player entering the game, a much more dangerous one. Right before she's killed, Melati and her mother go to a Dr. Kusna for help. This guy was basically kicked out of the medical community for his totally bizarre experiments. And he's not looking to cure the mother, he's fascinated by her. He sees her supernatural sickness as the ultimate puzzle to solve, like a specimen he can study. So here you have these two completely different ways of dealing with this evil. And guess what? They both fail. Spectacularly. The masked men use superstition and violence, trying to kill the curse by killing the person. Dr. Kuzmo used cold, hard science, trying to understand it by cutting the person open. They were both so wrong. They were attacking the host, not the curse itself. And this, right here, was Dr. Kuzno's huge, fatal mistake. He was so arrogant, he just ignored Melati's warnings. He dissects the mother's body right there in his house, and as her cursed blood soaks into the floor, the curse escapes her body and bonds with the house itself. He didn't cure it or kill it. He gave it a permanent home and a terrifying hunger. And that brings us right back to the present day. That house, now the Motel Melati, isn't just a building anymore. It's alive. It's a predator. And it is always, always hungry. So what's on the menu? Human weakness. It loves to draw in people filled with guilt, just like that mother from the beginning. It also attracts the greedy. We see a couple of car thieves show up, hoping to strip the abandoned cars on the property. And it tempts the lustful, like a young couple just looking for a private room. Every sin is basically a dinner bell. So where does that leave Melati? Well, the curse that once tied her to her mother now ties her to the house. She's its eternal gatekeeper. She's part victim, part accomplice. She's the one who welcomes every new guest, knowing exactly what's going to happen to them, leading them right into a trap they can't escape. So the motel was born from a tragedy, but its life now is just this endless cycle of horror. And finding out its secrets? That's not where the story ends. Not even close. You know, Melati herself says it best in her own chilling words. This was just the beginning. The whole cycle of luring people in, tormenting them, and then feeding on their souls, it's been going on for decades. The terrible things we see in the story aren't the whole picture. They're just one more bloody chapter in the motel's very long book. The curse is locked in place. The gatekeeper is at her post. And the house, is always waiting for its next meal. Which leaves us with one last, really unsettling question. Who's going to be the next guest to check in?